Xin chào everybody, and welcome back to Evil GM Plays The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth live stream. It's 3 o'clock in the morning and I should be sleeping, but I cannot get any sleep because I slept too early. That's what happens when you work hard, come home, and realize you're just way too tired. I'm in this stream I'm gonna talk about NL. This happened when I thought about when in one of my live streams actually one of my viewers said something nasty about NL. I know he doesn't mean it. He just thinks I create better content than NL or something like, or maybe it was just a compliment. But the thing is that without NL, I don't think I would be here. And without, I don't know, Binding of Isaac, could be that most of us wouldn't be here either. I'm gonna tell how it started. Back in the 2000 whatever, I think a few years ago, when PlayStation 4 appeared, there was one of their first indie games that were free for PlayStation Plus members was Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. No. Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Yeah, that's the name of. Why did I take it? I guess I was just listening to my own voice. I because I'm a PlayStation Plus member, still am. Maybe I should do something about it. I have a bunch of games on the list, and probably should play them out before they disappear out of the internet world, before the PlayStation Network is off. I know it's not gonna be off, but I know that they will save some space at some point by deleting some of the game files, I guess. And yeah, I tried out Binding of Isaac when it came out, and it was there was just something about Binding of Isaac that hit me. I guess the thing about that, it didn't have any. It didn't have any anything tell you how the game works, what you're supposed to do. Well, basically, you can just dodge the enemies and try to survive and shoot them down, cry them down. The graphics were something that I was fond of, you know, retro style pixel art, and every run is different, so the replay quality was, for me, pretty high. And also the difficulty setting the difficulty for me in this game was high. It's one of the hardest games I think there is. I'm not gonna mention anything about Demon Souls or Dark Souls or anything like that. But for those who even have tried to play the game at the same time when, I don't know, speaking or trying to get something smart out of their mouth, or as, wherever you speak. It's huh? It's it is entertaining. It is highly entertaining for me, and the themes, the unknown themes of the game, Christianity and demons and sins and so on. It's something that hit my interest. And when I accidentally went to internet and looked for from YouTube, of course, some Binding of Isaac content. I guess I was I was on the I was between of thinking that do I want to keep things in mystery? Do I want to know how the items work, or do I want to find them myself? And well, I couldn't resist it, and ended up checking out some of the content, and I accidentally hit NL's Northernlion's video contents. He was actually just uploading the first Binding of Isaac Rebirth videos. And it was a whole new experience for him also. And what I actually found out in NL's video content is that this guy is totally different from what I'm used to hearing and seeing in YouTube. I mean, most of my experience about YouTube content is that people shout at the microphone and say what they see on the screen and throw comments about it. It's it's okay. But what I'm actually thinking is that the content that he created compared to the others had much more interest for me. He had like he talked about things that I find interesting most of the time, which is food and restaurant experiences and stuff like that. That's something I can relate to and listen to. He also gave a lot of he also had a lot of this is freaking weird. Lots of things, references about movies in the 90s and just also lots of rap music. I don't listen to rap music myself, and gee, the guy can. I'm not sure if he can rap, but at least he can produce lots of word out of his mouth. And he even said himself that one of the I think the comments in his videos was like, you have lots of nice content in your excuse me, lots of content on your videos, but do you ever shut up? And that's what I actually found quite hilarious. He NL has this ability to create lots of content with his mind, with the flow of his thoughts, and I'm not sure if his brain works the same way as mine or Mutic's You know, Music's an interesting name to pronounce, at least live. But let's not talk about the so famous artist in Finland. She's a background artist for Giggly Bug and also has a comic book herself and so on. But anyway, she NL NL manages to create lots of content just like that. The flow of his thoughts and mind just hello Fairy T. Welcome to the stream. I was talking about NL here and my first experiences. Anyways, the first videos about NL I saw were, how would I say? Oh, JJ Kike, welcome to the stream. Was talking about NL. Yeah, the content that NL created was, in my point of view, fabulous. He has pure. Well, I saw his early videos, and he was just like the others, just like the other people on YouTube. But his late content, after the Binding of Isaac rebirth. Oh, hi. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Now I remember. When NL's content about Binding of Isaac Rebirth came out, his vocal talents were already trained into a level of high entertainment. The stuff that he speaks and the amount of stuff he constantly produces is makes me treat his channel more like a background radio. Now there are some flaws. I think NL's content. I'm not sure about if it's his voice or something, but his voice just makes me fall asleep. It's supposed to be a compliment, I guess, but I know that every time I definitely want to fall asleep, I just open up NL's channel, and I try. I tell you, I really try to check out his videos, the whole video, even if it's just half an hour, and I just find myself passing out in, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Dang it. Oh, and for those people who haven't been on my channel yet, it's I'm not very good at Binding of Isaac. I have seen Binding of Isaac content for years, ever since Ryan made his first Binding of Isaac Rebirth content, but it's I don't have much talent when it comes to playing the game. I know I've been I have had a console, a controller in my hands ever since I was a little kid. You know, ever since the Commodore 64 came, I had a joystick in my hand, and I think I learned to use the controller joystick before I could walk, I guess. And well, there is a certain skill about talking and thinking and playing the game of Isaac at same time. It's not as easy as you would think. But anyways, NL, I admired NL. I think I never had any sort of fan, and thanks Ramen Senpai for coming to the stream. Welcome to the stream, I guess, like Nick used to say. Actually, Nick said back in the days, "Welcome to the swarm." That's the thing. That's the thing. Anyways, I started to listen NL daily. I just turn on his videos, and I don't think time to time I didn't even watch what he was doing. At first I was of course watching what he was playing at, and seeing him die time to time. And that one time when he had that 120 something win streak, it was starting to get not so entertaining when it comes to following the content of Isaac. But I don't think I follow time to time. I don't even follow follow NL because of what he plays, except for New Vegas, of course. But because of what he says, he has same kind of opinions as I do most of the time, and there goes the deal. And he's smart. He's absolutely smart. Some might argue that no, he's a freaking idiot, but no, he's not an idiot. He just has an eccentric mind, a mind that probably doesn't belong to this decade. And I know he's not even 30 yet, I think, but time to time he just sounds more like he's 30 or more, or something like that. And all the things about the food, how he went to Korea and tried out this and that, and tried out things in Japan, and there, it's really entertaining. And unfortunately, I think ever since I went to Vietnam at the beginning of this year, because of my dad's funeral and whatnot, things got complicated. Things got really busy when it comes to me and following. I don't think I haven't checked out NL's videos for several months, and I think it's kind of a sad thing, because I do miss his videos. I do miss his Northernlion live super shows, and I don't care that much about Nick. I thought that Nick was a nice person, but at some point something happened, and Nick doesn't have my as much as respect as fuck. Nick doesn't have as much as respect from me as he used, but I still think he's just fine. Oh, Ramen Senpai says that he's on a while. It's 2:40 and has to wake up at school. Well, it's the same thing. I think I have to wake up somewhere around in 2 hours and head to work. No, just the basic Friday, I guess. Is it Friday? It's so weird to follow the days when you're in restaurant business, because if you work in a regular job, you usually work during weekdays and have days off during weekends, but no, not in the restaurant business. You just have to, when people are out having fun, that's when the restaurant chefs are needed. During the evenings and during the weekends and so on. Well, anyways, NL is. I think without NL, I wouldn't have done the whole YouTube thing. Before NL, I was just thinking, watching all those crappy YouTube videos, that what's wrong with people? Can't you create good content? Can't you just talk about real stuff instead of just commenting on the things happening on screen? And it's not like the production value of what they bring out from their mouth with the content have high value. It's like they're saying, ooh, Tintra drop, ooh, soul heart, ooh, 3 coins, ooh, little bit of money, ooh, something. Or if you're doing those react videos, I don't understand react videos. It's just freaking weird. It's all about overreacting, and I don't think I would ever do react videos, because if I would ever do, you would just see my blonde face most of the time. And well, anyways, NL made me think that, hey, maybe I want to create some content also. Maybe I want to create this sort of this sort of also almost like YouTube radio channel where you just gibber and chat about random stuff, and the Binding of Isaac as a content comes as secondary. Of course, it is entertaining to see me die most of the time, I guess. No, it's not. It's not. And also, I think most of the time it also manages to scare away most of the people from the stream and chat. Yeah, because just a moment ago, I think I had 5 people somewhere in the stream, but now it's all about me again. All by myself. Don't wanna be all by myself anymore. All by myself anymore. Yes, that's why I'm not ever gonna be a singer. NL also sings, whether we want or not, but it's not a bad thing. I think it's adorable that he tries. I think he's kind of a cute person. He's too tall for my taste though, but he's cute in a way that I can understand that why he and Kate are married, and I would time to time I do dream about have fantasies of thinking what it would be like to be married to NL. I think I would have a fun time with him, but there's just, I think he also has has a thing with Kate. You know, experiences in the past that drove them to marry each others. I think it's called love. What? NL is in love? How can it be? How is it possible? That's not true. That's impossible. Well, I guess they searched their feelings and knew it to be true. But NL is uh I wish that if I would ever get a chance to meet any celebrity in in the world, I think it would be NL. There's there are many uh, actors and actresses and people of celebrity that I don't know. There's something about people in celebrities that most of the fans want to see, but I've never been a fan of I guess musicians or actors. I don't know them per se as what they're like in person, so that's why I don't find them that interesting. But I think listening to NL's content, I actually grew in as a fan and started to adore him. Most of the stuff that he says, I just mostly agree, and and I think he's funny, and the way he creates those things inside his head do resemble fuck do resemble, I think, my style of thinking and speaking. Well, I don't think I speak as much as he does, except that if I ever get to talk about some nerd geek stuff or video games or something like that, it's hard to turn me off, I guess. But speaking of turning me on, no. NL doesn't turn me on in a way that you would think. I'm just a fan. I've never been a fan, like I said, and it's a weird experience. Finding that I constantly want to listen to what he says and constantly cling to his content, so that when fuck so that when he has a new video, he has uploaded something, I open my cell phone and just keep listening to it, to the point that at some point when I was seeing, I was just dating back then, and when me and Eve, we didn't see each other's that much because we have some sort of a distance with. We live in different cities, and it's hard to reach her because she lives in middle of nowhere. She likes it that way. She likes being a hermit and taking her time off from people most of the time. And even when during the time when we would see each other's, I would see her, and at the downtime I would also listen to NL's productions, which is kind of weird because if you are just dating somebody and you're starting to see each other, you're supposed to pay attention to something else than YouTube videos. And she did give a harsh comment about it at some point, and she had that was a good point. Uh, but not nowadays. It's weird that I haven't listened to NL for 4 months, and I have so much to catch up. And some might even think that, do I really want to catch up? Even though I haven't listened to his content for such a long time. Sure, I'm still a fan. I still think NL is awesome. I still think that his attitude towards most of the things in life do match the same point of view as mine do. And the way he uses the way he uses his words during his streaming when he's online doing video logs, or well, he doesn't do video logs, but create his content. It's amazing. It's like you can clearly see that he has academic background and he has read lots of stuff. It's always good to read kids books. Before internet, books were made thousands of years ago, and books are not the things that will anywhere soon disappear from the world. So. Oh, haven't seen this in a while. I also think that the NL's way of life is something that I think many of us would love to share. Considering that the guy and his wife are just doing stuff on Twitch and YouTube, constantly just playing games mostly, and throwing comments about games as a living for in a form of entertainment for people, as they would say. It's many of us would want to share the same kind of a way of living. I already said that. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but would I want to do that? I guess so. I think it's something that I'm almost doing currently. I'm not a full-time YouTuber, and you can actually see that I don't produce content every day, because there are just days and time to time when I'm just way too tired. I'm, coming from work just makes me feel freaking exhausted. And it's a bad decision from me to just not. I mean, it would be a better decision for me to just not fall asleep, not take short naps that turn out to be few hour-long naps instead of 15 minutes, and finding myself in a sleep cycle of people from other continent. But what the hell was I talking about? Well, NL. Uh, at some point, I guess I won't be doing my day job anymore. I think it's just a matter of time when I'll be leaving the restaurant industry just like Mathis, and keep creating YouTube content most of the time. And I don't think my YouTube channel has ever had the same point of as most of the people on YouTube. I know that most of the YouTube content are at their best when they actually talk about the game and try out new games. But for me, it's oh, hello, Krampus. For me, it's just I enjoy talking about different topics. I enjoy that the main thing about my videos isn't Binding of Isaac or the game that I'm playing, but instead, it's just the random things that I... Oh. Have to recharge. Just one room. Yeah, that my content is mostly random. I know. I do. 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 Do know that it's not the best type of content for YouTube audience, because most of the YouTube audience, I think they're at the age of I don't know, between 10 and 30 maybe. And I have no idea what sort of what age group my listeners are. I have no idea how old EB is. I know that Green Bomb is maybe around the same age as I am. And also I presume that Jacob is almost 30, above and less. Age doesn't matter as long as you can see from NL, age doesn't matter as long as you just create the sort of content that is entertaining. And considering that NL seems to be more mature than most of the people creating YouTube content, that's one of the reasons why I enjoy his stuff. And no matter what sort of what's gonna happen in the future, well, maybe it does matter. Maybe it does matter that if NL is ever gonna be some sort of a terrorist, I guess, which would be illogical. That I would stop watching his content, I think. But yeah, I won't be doing that anytime soon. Except I'm on a vacation. I'm on a pause of his content for a while. In one of his YouTube videos, it's actually quite a good example why I like his content. He was talking about his experience with his wife in some Canadian... He lives in Vancouver. In this sushi restaurant where they got bad service. He was I think he was just he just moved with his wife to new house or something, and after a long day of moving, his wife and he was just so hungry that they just wanted to head out and eat almost anywhere. And there was this sushi place. Instead of going out for pizza or anything, they felt like they want to eat some sushi, and they went in. Oh, this maybe I should put it in the description of my video. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it in the description of my video. That so that NL actually has all the how would I say? The story belongs to him, and he tells it way better because he was the one experiencing the whole thing. I'm just telling what happened. Yeah, he was in a sushi restaurant with his wife, and the waiter said that it's not gonna take that long for food to appear, and he was like, sure. And when they waited for like half an hour or so, and they started to wonder that, hey, what's taking so long with the with the with the food. And the waiter said that, yeah, it's coming. And I think after over an hour, 1 hour 20 maybe, they finally got their sushi, and it wasn't even that good. And I think it was one of those times when usually NL tips. I don't think tipping is you don't need to tip in Canada. Correct me if I'm wrong, but also he was thinking about not tipping, but he did tip. He's polite like that. I'm not saying that Canadians are polite. I'm saying that NL is polite. And and they were waiting for a check, and they saw that some other customers were also complaining that, where's our food? And when the food he saw that there was a big bunch of people, a group of men coming in from the restaurant door, and they were hungry. And I think NL tried to give them a favor by trying to catch one of their attention by doing the up nod, nodding up like, hey, I'm talking to you, something like that. And the guy was also was first just checking out that you want trouble or something. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, that you want a piece of me or something like that. And I was like, just hear me out. And yeah, he caught his attention, and he slowly and quietly formed the letters, no, don't do it, go away. Well, he didn't say those things. He just said no while shaking his head, because the waiter was telling those new people who came in that it's not gonna take long with the food, and NL was just no. and the guys just yeah, they changed their mind and said that you know what, we don't feel like sushi. Uh, we'll we'll come maybe some other time. They were they were polite like that. And at the window, because NL was sitting in the window place, he just just after that, uh, at the window when they passed the place where Ryan and Kate was sitting, the the guy he contacted gave him a nod of approval for, you know, thanking him for what he did, and NL gave a nod back. Not bad for, oh yeah, you know, for just trying to be helpful. Uh but yeah, that was my lousy version of NL's sushi story. It's NL has lots of interesting stories to tell in his life, and I think considering what sort of eccentric life I've been living, you know, being a freaking immigrant in Finland and experiencing what not even belonging to the main group in a society, cultural level that is, but instead just being belonging to this underground culture of geeks and so on. Although I do have to tell that geeks and nerds rule the internet. The internet belongs to geeks, and that's never gonna change. I know there's lots of businessmen doing whatnot, but even they have to suffer from the wrath of some random geek if there turns out to be, I don't know, a hacker or something like that. You know, computer virus is a weird thing. Computer viruses just aren't just some bugs in the internet. They were created by people. They were created by people who think that they wanna do harm to society, I guess, and I don't find why somebody would want to create uh, internet bugs and viruses and so on. But maybe it's like Sir Michael Caine said in the movie, some men just want to see the world burn. Which is sad. But then again, maybe without the Joker, there wouldn't have been a Dark Knight. If I'm gonna finish this run, and I think that'll be the end of this session. I don't think I have much of a stuff to offer people anymore. Yeah, NL is a funny guy, and I'm not sure if I would wanna. It would be nice to have a stream with him someday, but I think it would be even nicer to have a dinner with him and just interview him for some nerd geek blog, I guess, and go through 15 dish of fine dining foods and so on. But yeah, it's I'm not saying I'm trying to be like NL. I've never tried to be anything like him. I'm mostly just creating random content and talking about this and that. And it's weird that some people actually either wander in or want to actually share their own opinions about stuff. And for those people, thanks for watching, I guess. Yeah, thanks for watching, and click the like, click the share, click the bell, click the sub, and I'll be seeing you next time. Good night, everybody, and hello for somebody who just came to the stream. I'm finishing this episode. I'll be back in a few minutes. Where's my OBS? There it is. Good night.